So I'm here, parked at my special parking spot in Nashville, and I'm doing something very exciting. I'm getting ready to pick up Julia. Ready? Rolling. I haven't seen her in 3 years. I mean, we FaceTime, but I haven't seen her face to face since before the pandemic started. It feels like forever, because it has been forever. Also, I am weirded out because there is no one here at this park whatsoever. Usually it's completely full of people parked all the way around, and I had my pick of the litter today. That's incredible. I probably need to go buy a lottery ticket. Hey, there's a plane in the sky. I wonder if that's hers. I can't tell if that's taking off or going to B&A. Who are you? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Is your name Cotton Eye Joe? This is going on too long. Yeah. I don't know if what this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be an intro to a video or part of a video. Anyway. I'm having the best time. The elephant's very happy about it. It is. Yes, exactly. Great point. What do you think of your first rainstorm?
Dude, I'm so excited. I feel like I should do like the weather person where it's like, so Steve, we've been out here and it's really bad right now. I think there's going to be some flooding in the south, you know.
Big boy. This one likes you. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Oh, big fella. Big fella. Not quite as big as that big fella.
He looks like a sturgeon almost.
A sturgeon.
Look at this dude.
Hello, handsome.
Your gills are very pretty. I realize that's like you complimenting my nostrils, but I will say it anyway. Serving?
You were serving.
Howdy. Ye of haw.
Howdy.
Howdy. It kind of works.
It weirdly works.
It weirdly works.
My new child.
Treasure.
No, I'm not talking about Julia. I do actually mean the record.
Hey. I'm a treasure.
You are a treasure.
But that album, actually, I can't compete with it, to be fair.
True. And I can't compete with a sandwich.
That's my thing. And it's okay.
Yeah. You gotta have a thing, even if it's not really a thing, you know?
Even if it's kind of interesting.
5, 6, 7, 8, go step, tap, and back, tap, go right, left, right, left. Facing that wall. Okay, good. Do that one more time. Here we go. I'm going to call those right, left, rights, and left, right, lefts. I'm going to call those shuffles. So it'll be shuffle and front, back, front, heels out, front, back, front, heels out. Okay, do that again. I know it's a lot. Here we go. Start with the shuffles. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go shuffle right, shuffle left, go right, tap and left, tap, step back, full turn. Here we go. And front, back, front, heels out, front, back, front, heels out. Okay, good, y'all.
I got it.
Let's go.
Okay, me and Julia just finished Teardown.
We did.
It was Julia's first time as an audio engineer assistant. How do you feel, Julia?
I feel tired. I feel very satisfied. My arms hurt. And I feel inadequate.
Why?
Like I don't have the training, but I was glad that someone was telling me what to do.
Well,
basically,
I can tell you were an extreme help, and I couldn't have done it as quickly as I could have without you.
Oh damn.
So, or efficiently.
Yo.
So, thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
Nice.
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 We're gonna do an aesthetic. Cooks.
Cooks.
And views.
Get out of here, truck.
Get out of here!
Get out witnessing her first bachelorette party. We literally just walked out of Hard Rock.
I'm so confused.
And there's her first bachelorette party. Right there. Y'all think we're joking about these things being a plague? We're not.
We are not.
There's another one.
There's a spinning guitar. I don't know what to do with my hands. It's spinning. Yeehaw.
How am I supposed to play it if it's spinning?
How am I supposed to play it if it's spinning? Woo! Oh, there's more right behind us.
Also, we're lovingly
We're
making...
surrounded.
We are. We're lovingly making fun of them. I'm glad they're having a good time as long as they're being safe.
Exactly.
Let them have their fun.
Exactly.
Don't go bullying bachelorette parties. Let them live their lives.
Bully them, but don't tell them.
Yeah, just as long as you're not public. I'm just kidding. Let them have their fun. You know?
Get in. Like, what is she fascinated by today? The randomness of crap.
Julia's filming boots. It's lovely to see. The discovery. So wholesome.
Based on how I'm behaving, you'd think I'd never seen shoes before.
These are the current favorites.
Yeah.
These are here.
Objectively, I'd wear that.
Yeah, because these are like actual boots that people wear every day,
Tell
the
'em.
practical ones. These are like for show, if you're going somewhere fancy or going out. These are what actual people like in the South typically wear every day because they're actually practical. These will kill your feet in a few hours if you're not used to them. They kind of suck. Unless like, they're for a special occasion. But also, I'm not going to gatekeep you from wearing boots. Wear whatever the heck you want. You know what I mean?
Are you?
But just in an everyday sense, the rounded toes are like actually what typical people wear down here, not cowboy boots. Those are like for show.
You tell them.
I tell them.
With symmetry, and so but they preferred even just the image of symmetry rather than like typical literal symmetry. So what they did is that to make it look like the perfect dimensions, instead of you'd think like everything is like super straight lines, right? Like right angles. Well, actually the front steps there and basically the entire structure is actually on a very slight curve this way, because that makes everything look super straight, because from afar, if the base essentially was 100% straight, it would actually look like it was curving upwards, and that would just look really awkward. And so they actually built it on a slight, down degree, just for the illusion of perfection, which I think is super freaking cool. So yeah, if you're OCD, that would annoy some people. But in effect, it means that when you look at it, you get the perfect optical illusion that like it's the perfect dimensions.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun facts of Julia, part 2.
Pericles knew what he was doing. Lots of money, lots of dead people, because that shit's hard to build. Obviously the official one, the first one, the original one is marble. And yeah, it would have been painted really vividly, but like this is really impressive. They did an amazing job. Also, some of the top bits also would have been bronze, but that doesn't matter here.
Do you think the Greeks would have been having such a sick show like we're doing right now?
Dudes, the Greeks likes to party. Have you heard of the Panathenaic procession? Théâtre français, French theater. Do we have Molière in here? Who do we have? Because if we do, I'm getting you it. Oh, but it'll be in French. Wait, that's actually...
It's fine. I'll just have to learn French.
This is my man. Who's in here? Oh no, this is new theater.
I can read Guide to Cars.
Hell yeah. Maison is Moniac, but it's not the good one. You want the good stuff. No bears in these woods, Mark.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand in the water.
Julia's first minnow experience.
I'm trying to get them to nibble on my fingers.
Thank you, Truck, for your commentary.
Shut up, you're scaring the boys.
The boys.
The boys. The fishy boys.
Excuse me, my good Geodude. Did you know that you are, in fact,
A unit.
a unit? Quite the unit, in fact. And I appreciate you. It's like an armadillo of a rock.
It is a bit.
Or like a, a seal. Like one of those rotund seals. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Hey!
Me and the squad.
Bicycle broken. Up the road.
Mmm.
This sounds like a job for bicycle repairman.
Over there.
Repairman? No. Hello again. What a week. It has been a few days since Julia left, and she is back home. I am back home, but wow, what a week. Now, the last clip you just saw in that montage was me and Julia watching Monty Python at my house. I believe that was the night before she was supposed to leave. That was Sunday night, and she was supposed to fly out early Monday afternoon. That did not happen. What ended up happening was I drove her to Nashville on Monday morning to get an Uber to take her to the airport to get ready for her flight. Drove an hour and a half there. She got in the Uber, went to the airport. I drove the hour and a half back home. I had been at home about 30 minutes, or maybe it was an hour, when she texted me and was like, my flight got canceled. Big yikes. And I was like, what the heck? Are you serious? And she was like, yeah, it had been getting delayed, I think, like, all morning. Even when she was at the airport, it was like 2 hours delayed, then like 3 hours delayed, and finally just outright canceled. Probably like I will be one day. Luckily, though, she was able to get a flight for Tuesday, the next day, at the same time. I think the reason the flight had got canceled was because of storms that were in New York, and New York was going to be one of her stops on her way home. Anyway, I was like, well, okay, don't just stay at the airport, like, come back, stay with me for another night, it's no big deal, it's fine. I met up with her in Leaper's Fork, we took back to my house, pretty much just collapsed when we got home, because she was mentally exhausted, and physically too, and so was I, to be honest. The next day, Tuesday, when she was supposed to leave, yet again, I had to work at 2 o'clock. Now that's when her flight was supposed to be taking off, so I wasn't going to be able to take her to Nashville unless we left really early, got there really early, and then she'd be waiting around at the airport for a really long time. What she decided to do instead was take an Uber from my house to the Nashville airport, and then that way I would just be free to go to work whenever I needed to. However, I was at work probably about an hour. It was around 3 o'clock-ish, I think. It was very early on into my shift at work. I get a text from Julia. They canceled my flight again. Bruh. What? We knew that this was going to be a possibility because it's just our luck, basically. I, of course, didn't mind her coming back to stay at my house for another night, but it was going to be complicated if she did so because the replacement flight that she got was going to be going out at 6 a.m. the next morning, Wednesday morning. And I was going to be at work till about 10 o'clock. So that meant either she would have to come down and meet me at work because I'm the only one that had a key to my house, and then we'd have to go back to my house, and then I'd have to get up at 3 a.m. to drive her to Nashville to the airport, or she'd have to get up at 3 a.m. in my house and pay another $100 for an Uber to take her to the airport. Those options were doable, but not entirely appealing. Those instead became the fallback options. Her primary option, which is what ended up happening, was to stay at a hotel at the airport. That way she could just get up easily in the morning whenever she needed to go and hopefully take off with her flight. I am happy to say that Julia is finally home. She successfully made it. All the flights took off. All the flights did their little thing. And now she's back home. She's chilling. She's happy. I'm back home. I'm chilling. I'm happy. I just wanted to make this little outro giving some general thoughts on the week. Nothing too fancy schmancy or too longy bongy. As I said earlier, what a week. It was a heck of a week. An amazing week. We packed in so much for just 1 week of her being here. And I even had to work 2 of those days. I didn't have to work the full days, but I had to work 2 of those days. We were able to accomplish everything on Julia's bucket list for visiting Middle Tennessee for the first time. She got to go to Bass Pro Shop. She got to see the Parthenon. She got to go to a line dance. She got to eat some very southern foods. She got to see my creek at home, among many, many other things. Somehow, we even managed to pack in a full rest day where we did nothing but sit around my house, snack on stuff, and watch YouTube videos. Plus, a lot of the Musketeers. Oh my god, we watched so much of the Musketeers. We finished the entire first season, while doing all this other stuff. Pretty sure I got Julia hooked on the Musketeers. She says I did. I hope I did. Julia, you're welcome. It has become my recent hyper-focus show, and now I'm passing it on like a plague. I'm not gonna get into that ramble here though, that's gonna be for the Moments vlog or something like that. We had an almost concerning amount of fun watching the Musketeers together. Yelling at my TV, yelling at the Cardinal, simping for our boys, you know, the usual. If you're curious though, D'Artagnan and Aramis are Julia's favorites. Athos and Porthos are mine. Actually, that's a fib, I love all of them, but if I had to choose 2 favorites from the show, it would be Athos primarily and then Porthos. Since we binge watched the show together, of course we have several new inside jokes, one of which has been stuck in my head constantly. And now I just go around, in my real life, shouting, "For the king! For the crown! España!" Don't worry about it. I know it sounds concerning, but don't worry about it. It makes perfect sense to us. Julia, that has become like a tick of mine, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But as long as it makes me laugh, as long as it makes us laugh, that's what matters, right? Absolutely amazing time seeing her again. I haven't seen her since pre-COVID. Over 3 years without seeing one of my best friends face to face. Yes, we FaceTime. No, it's not the same thing. Ever since it became safe to travel again, we've both just been chomping at the bit to visit one another, and finally it happened. It was just so much fun to be around her again and see how much we've both changed and haven't changed. I'd say that when we first met, we really clicked more than we probably expected that we would, and we've just been really close ever since. We both have a very similar sense of humor and outlook on things. We just mesh together really well. Not to mention she's one of the smartest, funniest, and kindest people I've ever met in my life, so I love her very, very, very much. Julia, you know this. I hope you know this. I love you. And it was just nice to see that even over those 3 years, even though we've grown up and, you know, developed as adults, as people, that dynamic hasn't really changed. We still click the same. We still click just as well, if not better. I'd say we probably click even better, play off of each other's sense of humor and outlooks even better. Now I feel that like we've found more of ourselves and have kind of developed as ourselves, as who we are, I'd venture out to say. Just very, very happy to see her again, to be in her presence, be around her, hang out with her. We just always have so much fun together, so much creative energy, which, by the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, which, bad on me if I haven't. She has a YouTube channel, which I will link above and below. And yes, we are definitely planning on making a lot of videos together in the future. It's just that this visit, we weren't focused on that at all, because we were just more focused on not having seen each other in 3 years, and hanging out and having a good time. And I don't think anyone can blame us for that, and if they do, they're wrong. I can't wait till I get to see her again. Maybe the next time that I see her, I'll be visiting her, possibly in France. Harris, you've been warned. Also, I want to give a short apology real quick. I know I didn't post it all last week, but that's because that's when Julia was here, and I didn't have anything pre-filmed, pre-uploaded, because she ended up visiting a month before when I thought she was going to visit. I thought she was coming in July. Whoops! Just wanted to give a little apology for the random sudden gap in videos, but now I should hopefully be returning to my regular posting schedule. I do say hopefully because I plan on resuming my regular posting schedule, but you know how the world works. It's chaotic and random. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a lot of fun watching our shenanigans. Trust me, there are a lot more shenanigans to be had, and a lot of them will be filmed and posted on this channel in the future. Whether for better or for worse, time will tell. That's gonna be it for right now, though. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you ain't heard it from anyone else today, I love you. Love and peace.